Hello everyone, welcome to Granny J Clay today from hot Kansas. In fact, it is really warm here today, and I am videoing in an upstairs room, and so it's quite warm up here. I do have a fan going should you hear that, but it probably won't be a long video today because it is so warm, and the warmer it gets outside, the warmer it gets in our upstairs. So we're going to go on and try something a little different today. I want to show you what I've been up to. This is a little jewelry plate that I made. It's not done. Well, it's done as far as baking it and that kind of thing, but I'm thinking about maybe pouring some resin in here. It has a bumpy texture to it, which that's fine, because if you would put rings or bracelets or whatever jewelry in it, you could easily grab that piece of jewelry still. But I'm thinking I might try resin. I've never tried resin before, so I may just try that. I think I'm going to try the Easy Cast resin. If I do, I'll let you see how that turned out. But this is the first one that I tried, and then on the back, as you can see, it's a star. I put another print as well. So there you have that. That was fun to make, and what I did was I used this. I found this at the dollar store, and what I did was I just brought the clay up and around, up and around, up and around, up and around, and then I trimmed it off with my blade where I wanted to trim it. And you don't have to be very precise about that because I'm sorry, I've had a cold and I'm still kind of battling the end of it. But you can trim it off and before you put it in the oven, and you put it in the oven actually just like this, with the clay around it. And once you get it out of the oven, then I immediately remove it from the piece of glass. It wouldn't work, of course, if this were plastic, but it's not. It's glass, and it works really well. I also just went and purchased this. This is a heart, and so I want to try this as well. I haven't done it yet, but these are just right from the dollar store, $1 for each of these little, I think they're candy dishes or something. And then, let's see if I can put these aside, and I wanted to show you another one. Sorry, I'm reaching in front of the camera here. I bought this at the dollar store too. It's just another little candy dish or trinket dish, and I don't use the top, but you could use it for something. But right now I'm setting it aside. This is the one that I have been using mostly lately. Let me put this away, and I will show you a couple of my other ones. This is one of the first ones I did. I'm going to, I want to sand the inside a little bit, and then I'm going to make it shiny. I'm going to spray it with something. And I put little feet on the bottom of it, and I stamped in a little love letter on the back. And this is mica shift here. So that was fun to do. And then here's another one. They're all a little bit different. I did this one as well. Again, there is a mica shift pattern in there. I'll show you the bottom of that. I have two little longer legs on the bottom of that one. I trimmed it on the outside with a little bit of the clay, and I also trimmed it on the inside where the seam was with a little bit of clay. So that's another one. And I'll show you one more. This one's kind of my favorite. This one I used a stamp with as well, and I still need to spray these, but these just turned out really pretty. Excuse me. I made the back completely pearl. Isn't that pretty? This is the peacock blue on the inside. But because I used Pearl-Ex powders on this one, I want to make sure that I put a clear coating on it to protect it. And I haven't exactly decided what I'm going to use for that yet, but that is my favorite so far. So as you can see, I braided around the edge. I braided some clay and put it around the edge. You can do whatever you want, but today I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to show you how to make, oh, this is in process. I just baked this last night. It's rough, really rough. And I did put Pearl X. I put a lot of Pearl X on that one on the inside, but as you can see, it gets very rough around the edges because I just bake it right inside the bowl, not on the outside. This one I use the inside. The outside of this bowl has really pretty markings, and you can use that for something else. But I wanted it smooth for my jewelry bowls, so I put the clay on the inside, and what I did was, if you can see it, I made markings. The lower marking is really what I prefer to use. You can use the higher marking, but then you'll have a deeper bowl. But if you use the lower marking, then you can add like a braiding or whatever to the top, and it won't be too deep. But this is nice and heavy. This is one sheet of clay on the inside, and then obviously another sheet of Primo Pearl on the outside. So this is a nice heavy sturdy dish that you could have on a vanity or a chest of drawers or whatever. So like I said, this one's in process. This has a little bit of a different back to it. That's paint. And so I haven't exactly decided how to finish this yet. That's going to sit aside for a little bit till I decide on that. Today, what I thought we would do is use this bowl. And I haven't shown you my Never Need yet, so I'm going to show you that right here. This is a tool that I love to use to condition my clay. And you condition your clay, as I said several times, because you want the particles within the clay to spread out. And this is turquoise, Primo turquoise, and this is Primo Pearl. So this has mica powders in it. And so this is going to give a little sparkle. This does not, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend them and do a little marbling today so that I can get a bowl that shows some marbling. Excuse me, I just need a little drink of water. All right, now I'm going to take you over here to my Never Need. And there's pounds and pounds of pressure when you bring, I just put it down, and then I take it and I push it. And you see how it just squishes the clay? And you do that, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times, however many you want to do it. And then I stand it up on end. It's kind of hard at the angle that you're looking at. But this really helps to condition your clay and get it ready to go to the pasta machine. Once I've done this 4 or 5 times, then what I do is I take my roller, let's just do it a couple more times, and then I'll get my acrylic roller, and one more good one. Okay, and I'm going to adjust it so it's not in the screen here. Alright, then I'm going to take my acrylic roller, and it's just easier. As you can see, it's just easier to roll out. So I'm just going to roll it out a little bit here, and then I'm going to take it over to my pasta machine. And the largest setting on my pasta machine is 0, and so I want to set it at, make sure it's set at 0, which it is not right now. I was working here last night a little bit, and sorry, I have to move over a little bit. Move you over. Okay. Someday I'm going to get a different camera where I don't shake everything. Now I'll put this here and here, and now I'll roll it through the pasta machine a couple of times. This is part of the conditioning as well. When you roll it through the pasta machine, I just maybe so you can see a little bit of it. You see my garbage can too. I'll stick that away. I've got lots of stuff down here you can see, but that's all right. So I just take it and I roll it through the machine. Make sure you put the folded side down so when you roll it, all the air is coming out. It will help to keep bubbles from forming, air pockets, so forth. You don't want that in your clay. And it is so warm up here today. This is pretty easy, pretty easy to roll today. I'll do it one more time. All right. Now I'll have you come back this way a little ways, and I'm going to take my blade and I'm going to cut a little bit off. This was a 1 pound of clay of the Primo pearl, and I use a lot of this. I just love this Primo pearl. It is so pretty. And this is plenty soft, so I am going to just go ahead and take it and prepare it for the pasta machine like this. Bring it up back a little bit, and I'll take this over and roll that a few times, again making sure I put the folded side down. And now all the little micro powders that are in here are being spread apart, and they're going to give a really pretty little shine once the dish is baked. But generally I even add a little bit more to it. Just do this a couple more times and get my other bowl back here to explain that to you. This is the Primo pearl as well, but as you can see, it's a lot more shiny, and the reason it's more shiny is because I brushed on some of the Pearl X Pearl White before I baked it. I just wanted it to have that beautiful glow, and it really, really, really looks pretty. Like I said, that's my favorite so far. So I'm just going to do a few more here for the pearl, and then we'll get ready to marble a little bit. All right. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take strips. I know this is very unconventional, and that's okay. And I'm just going to lay them around here like that. And maybe pull one off there, put one down there, and then I'm just going to roll it up. And then I'm going to squeeze the air out of it. And roll it this way. And then I'm going to start to roll it like this. And I'm going to start to twist it. You can see that the pearl is coming out now a little bit. So what we want to do is we don't want to blend them together. We don't want them to become one clay. We want a marbled look. Okay. Roll up my hands a little bit, turn it a little bit more. And now I'm going to add just a few more here and there to here. Isn't it fun? Because you can do anything you want to with clay. You can make it do pretty much anything you want it to do. Might put some on this end too. All right, now I'm going to roll that a little bit more. Just roll it. I'm going to take it and twist it, twist it, twist it, twist. And then I'll roll it like this. Push it together on the sides. Okay. Twist it. So this is a way to get your clay marbled instead of blended. Forgive me for the horsey throat today. Okay. Well, it's coming along really nicely. Depends on how well you want it marbled too. If you want big chunks here, big chunks there, or you want it pretty much well marbled so that there's a little all over everywhere. Okay, so see how it's coming along? It's coming along really well. Push it together again. And now what I'm going to do is push on it like that. And now I'm going to just roll it a little bit because I love this look right now. And you can decide what you like. Okay. And once I get it rolled out like this, then I'm going to run it through the pasta machine again. And you want to be very careful about doing that because you don't want, again, you don't want your clays to blend. You want the nice marbled look. So I'm going to take it over and run it on 0, which is the largest setting for mine. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. That is pretty. Pick up my my rag here. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty too. You see how pretty that is? You can use that for so many different things. But today we are going to use it for a bowl. And I think I'm going to just stop there because I really like that print, that marbling. Almost looks like stripes today. I could have gone further with it as far as rolling it in my hands. But I like this. I like this a lot. I'm just rolling it out a little bit on my slab, my tile, because I don't want to run it through the pasta machine and fold it because I don't want it blended. But I want to give it some width so I can bring in a large cookie cutter, round cookie cutter, to cut out